What's up, everybody?
What's up?
We're getting groovy today.
Welcome back to Groovy Vinyls.
What's up? How you doing, all you hippies out there? We starting off with another album review today.
And the album, it's the group's top-selling album, selling 5 million copies. Now, I think that's pretty good.
And I bet you're already wondering, but if you know music like classic rock, you know who we're reviewing today. From
And
the
you can hear
title, you can hear it. This song is off the album. This
Yes.
album was recorded in 1970. I believe it was September, right?
September 18th.
September
18th.
On September 18th, 1970, their second release and like their most selling.
Oh, yeah.
This album, let me go to the handy dandy corner behind me and pull
What is
out
it today?
Black Sabbath's Paranoid.
Paranoid, baby.
And this is
I'm
a
getting
very,
paranoid just thinking about it.
I'm getting paranoid on how y'all will react to our review on Paranoid.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Who needs protection?
yeah, take the protection off.
Because we're coming from the back door on this one. Anyway, guys.
Let's just
alright,
get into that.
Great album. The four members on this album are Bill Ward, Tony Iommi, your brother,
Osbourne,
and Ozzy.
Black Sabbath kicks ass.
Black Sabbath kicks ass, guys.
All right, show them the
Alright.
K-fold. Show them the K-fold.
This is such a good album. Look at the album.
And isn't it an original?
Album. Yeah, this
It's
this is
original copy.
Yeah, this is an original pressing from the 1970s.
It's all worn out, but
Yeah,
Not that
it's
bad.
pretty old, tore up. So if you see green grass on the other side, it's not from this album
It's
because
not
this
from
album's
us.
broke.
There
We
it
only
is.
sell dirt here. What a
Dirt cheap,
beautiful
baby.
album.
Look at that.
This album rules.
I know. Look at
It
the art.
rocks.
The art
It
kicks
rocks.
booty.
Alright, that's probably going to be the thumbnail of this video.
It's groovy.
Alright, let's get into the first track.
All right.
The first track, it starts off with the hit War Pigs. We all know this one.
We all know it.
Josh, what do you think about War Pigs?
Well, I think it has a good start. Great start. My uncle loves it. He's like, best Black Sabbath song ever. He hasn't heard any other song besides that one, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I mean,
But it's, I would, like, how it starts and, like, how it goes into play.
I think
action.
it's good. The little da thing,
Yeah.
that's pretty clever.
Generals.
If you actually, you can't even hear that on this record, so I wonder if people even knew that was part of the song back in the day.
It's like a bomb, basically. Like a,
Yes.
like, since it's war.
Oh, I didn't even really understand
I
that.
didn't
You said
either.
that. That's
I
pretty
didn't
good
either.
analysis right there, guys.
Man.
And then it's just a pretty good song. It just kind of unfolds and unfolds like a damn
Yeah.
flower in spring.
It unfolds itself.
When it gets through. Then
Like a flower in your brother's bedroom. I'm glad.
what'd you say?
Nothing.
All right. Anyway, all right. Song 2 is a great one. It's not very long. Paranoid.
Everybody knows it.
Paranoid. 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 That's the name
You
of
know,
the album.
Paranoid
That's the-
was actually Black Sabbath's first single. First hit single.
I didn't-
Their actual single,
Yeah.
first single.
I did not know that actually. I thought Black Sabbath was.
Nope.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. And I like how it's short and gets to the point, and you don't really get that a lot with a lot of Black Sabbath songs.
Yeah.
They're usually very long, which I think Metallica got a lot of influence from that. But anyway, Paranoid's great. They didn't even think that song was going to do good, so they were going to name this album War Pigs originally. And then they saw how good it was doing when they
Yeah.
released it
Yeah.
as a single, so they changed the name to Paranoid.
baby.
All right, next up we have Planet Caravan.
Now, there's nothing to say. It says it itself. Peace, like calm.
It's so
Serenity.
Good. It's
Right
so good. That song is awesome. Like
Serene, man.
if you could go to sleep to it, you could be a stoner to it. You could do whatever you want.
Tell them that one story, like when you first got your record player.
This album was the first ever album, and I just kept putting it on repeat. This is the first ever album I actually listened to. It wasn't the first album that I bought because this was my mom's. It belonged to her, and that was kind of creepy. Those chords, you know what I mean, man. But I went to sleep to the song a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And not the song you're listening to, Planet Caravan, and it's such a peaceful song. And I also prefer Pantera's version, so if you haven't heard that version,
Pantera.
check that one out.
Check it out.
Next
we'll
song.
link it in the description, or try to at least.
Yeah, I'll try. And next song is the one that you just listened to. This song rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That song is awesome. That's a good way to end side one. And if you're listening, that's 3 big hits.
Okay, now
and that's all just side
what
one.
would you rate side 1?
Side 1 has to be. Let me think. Well, you got 3 classics and 1 underrated classic. That's great.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really wrong with side 1. So I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10. I'd give it a 9.5.
I have to give it a 10 out of 10.
Because
there's no way you can beat
if
War Pigs, Paranoid,
if
and
they
Iron Man.
changed Planet Caravan to another rock song, I think it'd be a 10 out of 10.
They had to kind of cool down. You can't go dong dong and then another dong and a dong. You have to go dong dong smooth.
Okay, dong dongs. Okay, like how I get the
Ding
chicks.
dong. Yes.
Dong dong smooth.
Yeah,
All right.
you got it. You
All
got
right.
it, Josh. Yeah. All right. Well.
Okay. I'll say okay. Side 2 starts off.
Wait.
with
You thought side 1 was groovy. Side 2
Wait
gets
till you
better.
get to side 2, baby. We're just getting started.
And most people don't even know most of these songs, which is really sad for a classic heavy metal
Okay, can I
album
say
like
the first
this.
song on it?
Go do the.
This
honors,
is my
man.
favorite song, "Electric Funeral."
I think this song is overrated. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's not overrated. This song is great, like always.
It
It's
goes
another
straight
Sabbath.
in, like straight in
Yeah.
when you put it.
Yeah, it's a good song. I actually listened to this last night before we did the review, just because I wanted to have the experience going around, and it was perfect. It was perfect
Yeah.
for it. We're almost. I'm sorry to interrupt our review, but we're at 29 subscribers. One more guy to click that subscriber
So
bell.
subscribe
We
and
will
like
be at 30.
and comment. Tell us about the new scenery, anything you
Yeah,
want
if you
us
like
to
it.
review, anything.
All right, we'll get to that later. Then next song is a very underrated song in my opinion, "Hand of Doom." It starts off with a groovy Geezer Butler line that I love and most bass players appreciate on this album.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like how it starts off. It's good.
It's a pretty good song, man. You know,
The
towards
name-
the end, it kind of starts to
The
drag a
name
little
"Hand
bit.
of Doom," it like synthesizes how
It's just
the
another
start
one of those
goes.
evil names.
Yeah.
It's just another one of those evil names.
Okay.
And that's just a great song, but like I said, it does kind of like drag towards the end. Like they could have ended it a lot earlier than this one. I think they were just trying to fill some space for this album to keep it longer.
Yeah.
The song has 8
What
tracks.
do we got next?
Next song is Rat Salad, which is that. Oh my gosh,
That is a
Billboard-
great salad.
Bill-
You know it is.
I want. Can I have ranch with that? That's my kind of salad right there. And I got it from the back door. Wait, that's probably not too good. Getting a salad from the back door.
It's still groovy.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's still groovy. It's gnarly, bro. Yeah.
Okay. The song.
All right. He unleashes with a great drum solo. It's awesome. It's basically a sped up version of Moby Dick.
You
the
know-
song is, and a more evil sped up version
And
of
a
Moby Dick.
rat. No, wait, never mind. That doesn't go into play. I was gonna say a whale and a rat are animals, but then a whale is a rat. Let's just go on.
I don't.
Fairies
Say
wear
it louder
boots.
for the people at home.
Fairies Wear Boots is the last song to kick
And
off
how
this gnarly
he
album.
liked Electric Funeral, I like Fairies Wear Boots. That's my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
song in this album because it's underrated. I was actually playing it on guitar before we did this review, just like I listened to it last night. Great song, underrated. I think that song would have done good if they released that as a single.
Oh yeah,
But
it would.
It's such a good song. The guitar solos, I believe there's like 2 solos if I'm wrong or I'm right. I haven't listened to this a lot, but I believe there's 2 solos in this song.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 solos.
I just remember one part. He says he goes to the doctor and he's like, smoking and drink. Wait, smoking and tripping is all that you do. That doesn't have anything to do.
Great song. I have no clue what it's about. I think it's about being on drugs, to be
I
honest.
think
I think all these
so.
songs are about being on
No,
drugs.
it's about him. He was walking one dog late last night. He saw a fairy basically.
So,
What would you
I
give
think
that to?
I think Iron Man is about a man going to the future, like made of, like what's it about? You know,
And I know he's getting his revenge. Like everybody hates him basically, and he gets his revenge. I know that.
I have no clue what War Pigs is about.
But what would you give side 2?
Side 2, I'm gonna have to give that a. Well, let's go track by track and rank them. Electric Funeral.
10 out of 10.
I give that one a 9 out of 10. I have to give that one a 9 out of 10. It's a good song, but it hasn't.
All right,
There's just been more.
Okay. What about? Are we going side 2? Okay.
Hand Doom.
Okay. What about Hand? Okay.
I think that's a 9.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9.
Rat Salad. I think that'd be also a 9.
Yeah, 9.
Ferris Where Boots is a 10.
That's a 10.
It has to be a 10.
It's a 10.
I think side 2 is actually a 9.5.
I give side 2 a 10.
I'd give it a 10.10. I'd give it a 10 point. I'd just give it a 10.
Never mind. I'd give it a 10.
I'd give it a 10 if it had more hits on the second. I know hits don't matter, but like there's really no standout hits that like revolutionized the band and what kind of like you saw them as. Like you didn't, when you saw Black Sabbath, most people didn't see the songs on side 2. They saw the songs on side 1, which is why side 1 has to get an automatic 10. And this album, I'd rank it a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Because this is, even though first album was good, it can't touch this.
And it basically.
Okay.
So you know how the songs are. Like if you hear the lyrics, they're all depressing. And like Geezer, he was like, he said it basically just they're basically just depressing because he didn't know the difference between depression and paranoia. So
yeah, I think I did know that one, but I mean, it was such a big leap because if you listen to their first album sounds nothing like the rest of their albums. And everything else followed this same pattern because this pattern worked. Whatever they did on this album, cocaine or whatever it was,
acid.
It worked. It worked.
Marijuana.
It was good because this is a perfect heavy metal album. If you don't have it, buy it. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. Do whatever you can.
And in the U.S., it peaked number 12, and in the U.K., it hit number 1.
And if you don't have enough money to buy this album, I advise you to stand on a corner because you have to have this album.
Yeah, you better get that dough.
You have to.
Like my dad said to my sister, he wouldn't care if she worked on the street as long as she's getting that money. Now, don't ask me why he said that. I don't know. Let's just get on.
I'm going to ask you after this video why he said that.
All
right, guys. Hope you enjoyed our review. We're going to do something on Fridays, as you saw. We're filming this before we film the Friday. It's going to be called Hot Topic Friday. Basically, on Fridays, we're going to talk about stuff that's going on in the rock world.
It can be present, past, future.
Just things,
anything.
Topics and questions that most rock fans have, and we're going to establish and put our thoughts on it. I think it'd be cool to take a break from doing album reviews. So we're going to upload 2 album reviews a week, and then on Fridays, Hot Topic will come on
Friday.
So I think it's a good idea, and we hope you like this video. Get us 30 subscribers.
Like and subscribe.
Get this video over 100 views. It's crazy.
Please.
It's crazy. The views. Like I know Rock and Roll Over is almost over 100. Our first video is over 100. And then we don't know how Led Zeppelin's gonna do right now. We just uploaded it today, but that album I bet will still do pretty good too. I'd be happy if it got to 50.
Oh yeah. Okay, say the original quote.
Guys, and with that, we're gonna smoke a doobie on out of here.
A fat one.
Subscribe to join the hippies and stay groovy.